brothers and sisters. This is Chuck. Chuck's Off the Grid World. I got our project going on. Got my dryer, my Maytag dryer here. It quit working on us. It just wouldn't dry, wouldn't turn, wouldn't do anything. This dryer is, I'm not really sure when we bought it, but I believe it's got to be over 20 years old. I believe we brought it we moved here from Indiana, and that was in 1980, so that's a long time ago. But anyway, hasn't been giving me any problems, except every once in a while it wouldn't dry like it should. I had to take this panel off right here. I'll show you here in a minute, and clean the lint out of it. But other than that, it's been working really, really well. I'm sure if it's one of the newer ones, it wouldn't last this long. But I figured out what the problem was. It turns out this is called, I think it's called a thermo switch. This little unit right here. I bought a replacement for it. This one's bought online. It's about $8. If I would have bought that locally here, the local appliance store is horrible price. It's probably been $50 or $60. I don't know. I didn't price it. I don't even go to them anymore. But this was kind of hard to find in the unit itself. But you know it's bad when you take your ohm meter. I got a little cheap Harbor Freight ohm meter here. I got a lot better one, but this one's handy. It works. And you put it on, you're setting on ohms, which is that one right there. You turn it on. Let me see if I got the right one. Nope. Got to turn this around. It's kind of hard to see it. Right there's ohms. You know whether it's working or not if you take your two prongs, these two prongs, and you put them together. The meter should move. There it goes. Did you see it? Release it, and it goes back to 0 again, or 1. Okay, so if I put these two prongs on this thermocoupler, this one used to have prongs like this, but they got broken off. Just Chuck abuse. Let's see if I can get this camera set up here. Okay, now I can get this in there as well. Probably not. Nope. Okay, well, I'm going to touch these two points together, and the meter does not move at all. Does not move. And so that means it's not working correctly. This one here, I'm going to do the same thing to it, and now the meter moves. Okay? So the way these things work is they're hooked into the circuit next to the heater coil, and at 300 degrees, if it gets over 300 degrees, it shuts this thing off, and so it shuts your dryer off, and that's exactly what happened. But if that happens, it should come back on again, unless this is faulty, and this one here is definitely faulty. And so like I said, I replaced it. I'm going to replace it with this one and see if it works. Okay. Get ready here. Alright, what I did is took this panel loose. It comes loose very easily. All you do is pull up on it, and then you tilt it back like so. Okay, and to take this panel here off, there's two screws. There's one right there and one right there. I'm not going to pull that off because I've done that so many times. And when you pull that panel down, right down in here is where the dryer gets a bunch of lint, and all the lint kind of gets caught down in this area down in here as well. And when it's apart, you can easily clean that, which I did. Another thing that can keep these dryers from operating, and is most common, is this switch right here. It's your door switch. If that door switch is faulty, it won't work as well. I've checked the door switch is fine. Let me get this light on here. Okay. This is the dryer. You pause it, you can get the numbers off of it. I can't see a date on this. It's just, it has a serial number and a model number. I guess you'd go by the model number. I don't know, but like I say, this thing's old, but it works great. Alright, so this component that I found to be bad, which they call a thermocoupler or thermo switch or something, it actually goes, it's way down inside there. It's kind of hard to see. Get this light set up here, but it's, see where that hole is that's shining through? It goes down in there, okay? And it goes on this little piece of, this little panel right here, and it goes through that hole, and then it gets attached there. Well, what that does, like I said before, if the temperature gets over 300 degrees on these coils right here, which is the heating coils, it'll shut it down. It's a safety feature. Now these coils are kind of dirty, so what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to get this light set up here. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take some of this right here, which I bought at the dollar stores. It's for cleaning electronic stuff. It's a blast of air. I'm going to try to spray it in there and see what happens. Okay, I got not really doing that much. Stuff's really cold. I was hoping it would blow some of the dust out of there, but that's what you get for buying stuff in the dollar store. Well, that didn't work. So, it's not all that dusty in there. Look down in there. It's actually rather clean, but so I'm going to try to put this thing back together. I don't have three hands, so I can hold the camera and the light and put this back together at the same time. I've been working on growing that third hand or third arm, but so far it's been unsuccessful. But I'm going to see if I can get this back together. Thank you. Okay, brothers and sisters, I got it plugged in. This is the ultimate test to see if she's going to work. Alright, well, turn the control knob to more dry and see what happens. Oh, look at that. It works. Turning around, everything sounds okay. This pipe is getting warm already. So, it's like it was a successful mission. Open the door up here. It's warm inside. Then you have to push the button back in again, and it works just like it should. Alright. Successful mission. Maybe it'll work for another 20 or 30 years. I don't know. Probably not. Thank you for watching.